But first, the following segment is sponsored by Eastern Title and Settlement and the Mortgage Link. In a multiple offer situation, the best offer isn't always the highest. It's often the cleanest, most flexible, and most aligned with the seller's goals. Joining us now to share some tips on how to make your offer stand out from the others are Ben Goldman of Eastern Title and Settlement, Jacob Dowling of the Rollings Home Team, along with Kevin Russell from the Mortgage Link, who is here to share your tip of the day. Gentlemen, welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Of course, we would love to start with that tip of the day.
Yeah, thank you for having us. Our tip of the day today is the stronger your pre-approval, the stronger your offer. So it's really all about taking that extra step when you're looking to buy a home and having an actual underwriter go through your file, approve it, give you the conditional approval before you even get under contract. That way, even if you have an offer that might be a little bit above yours, you've taken that extra steps. They know that the process is going to go a little bit smoother than someone who's just starting out. And they might take your offer even above someone that's giving a little bit more money because they know that this person is going to close.
That is a great tip. Thank you so much. We're going to share that again at the end, but thanks for sharing that. That's a great one. All right, so Jacob, the market, right? Everyone wants to stand out when you're giving your offer, so it's not always the highest offer that stands out?
Yeah, so Kevin and I recently just closed the deal where there was an offer that was higher than ours, but our clients chose to waive their appraisal contingency as well as their inspection contingency. So what that does, I mean, to a seller to see that, the less contingencies, the better, because that's less opportunity for the buyer to back out of the deal. So we were able to beat out a few different offers by waiving our inspection contingency, as well as, like I said, the appraisal contingency. But it's not all the time that you should waive the inspection. We only did this because the buyer knows houses very well, and he felt comfortable proceeding without one. But yeah.
So it really depends, right? Don't always do that. Nothing's a blanket thing to do.
Yes, absolutely. It depends on the situation in the house and the sellers too, obviously.
Yeah. Just in case someone's unfamiliar with the term contingency when it comes to home offers, can you give some examples?
So essentially, when you write an offer, you write in, it's a given time period to complete an inspection, obtain financing, get your appraisal done. So if you have those in, that's protection for you as a buyer because it gives you an out if you don't want the house or something is terribly wrong with the property. But so it's a time period where if you can back out if you want to.
Got it. Okay. And yeah, it's just great to work with a team, right? Because as a just regular person going into it, you don't always know what you don't know, but working with a great team is really helpful. Like a title person, Ben, buyers don't often think about the title until they're under contract, but what exactly does a title company do?
Well, we do a lot, but the Reader's Digest condensed version is really, really simple. First of all, we make sure that when we come to the settlement table, the buyer has clean, clear, marketable title with no liens, clouds, and encumbrances whatsoever. So we have to make sure that there are no breaks in the chain of title, that everything affecting the title is going to be paid off at settlement. We also coordinate the settlement, and we also provide the title insurance for the buyer and for the borrower as well. We also act as people think that the title company is acting at representing. We don't represent anybody. We act as a fiduciary to the contract to make sure all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed. And of course, we take care of doing all the disbursements. All the money comes to us, to our escrow account. So any money that's due to the seller, anybody else, anything else that has to be paid, we take care of all the recordations and transfer taxes, pay all that, and everything that needs to be recorded as well.
Got it. Okay, so a very important part of the process.
Exactly.
We talked about money. Let's talk about the budget real quick. How do you determine a realistic budget? I know there's a lot of factors, but you don't want to stretch yourself too thin, especially when it comes to that offer.
So, I mean, the first step to know your budget is meeting with him right here and getting a pre-approval. That gives you a pretty set amount of where you can go and how high you can go before your DTI is too high.
Okay.
You definitely don't want to be house poor. People stretch their budgets out too thin to where they have their payment for their house and have very little money for other things that are also important, like potential repairs, other things other than the house, furniture.
Well, some things that people don't think about, and that's why you need to talk to your loan officers, they think, okay, I can handle the loan payment, but they forget about, oh, I have to pay utilities now? They didn't think about that their utilities are going to come on top of that.
Right. So yeah, well, again, it's important to work with a team, especially if it's your first time or you're doing some sort of investment, but there's all kinds of things that we don't know that you guys know, but I really appreciate you being here. This is a great conversation. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Here's another look at the tip of the day. For more, the number to call is 301-996-7432 or visit themortgagelink.com.